Hey guys, it's Tanisha from Holy Humans. I'm so excited to be able to share this with you right now. For the time that I've been a wild advocate for the endocannabinoid system, and even for the time that I've been advocating a 100% oil-free, water-dissolvable CBD, I've been able to share with you guys a lot of reference, a lot of science, a lot of medical stuff and clinical stuff, which is super, super exciting. But not everybody is all about reading text, or maybe you guys are even tired of hearing me and having it come from my mouth. So this is why I'm so excited to be able to share with you guys. Our amazing team of doctors are ready, and they are super ready to be able to share this information in video format to contribute to you in your education, so that you guys have the ability to actually understand why using a completely oil-free, water-dissolvable CBD complex is critically important in order to access the endocannabinoid system. The endocannabinoid system is what we are really looking to access and support with CBD. And it's super important for you guys to know that CBD does not cure. CBD is not a cure-all. So what we need to do is to be able to access the endocannabinoid system maximally. And that is why I 1000% stand behind this water-dissolvable CBD complex. There is no oil in this. So I'm going to fade out, and I'm going to have you guys have a chance to listen to the Dr. Batistas. It's plural, that's two. That is because they're father and son, and they have been using this line for quite some time. And you'll get to hear their feedback, their science, and their experience, and why they're actually standing behind the CBD. They are in fact not partnered with the company. They are just using the line. So that is even better from their perspective. So go ahead and take a listen.
The cannabinoid system is a system just like the respiratory system, the cardiovascular system, and the central nervous system. But the beauty of this new system is that it tries to keep all the systems together, what we call homeostasis. It keeps them in balance. Like if one of us is out of balance, the cannabinoid system tries to put them together. We have receptors throughout the body, from the brain to your toes. The brain is the one that receives all the messages from your toe all the way to your brain. So it's important that if we're going to use medicines, they have to be able to penetrate the brain. And if you use oils, if you use any other compounds that are too large to get into the system, and you're not going to get the best benefits. And I've been looking, I want a water-soluble compound that can penetrate all the cells in our body, including the brain. So if you have a water-soluble compound, you're going to be able to penetrate all the barriers, including the brain barriers. You're going to be able to penetrate the cells. By having maximum absorption, you're going to get better benefits. CBD oil is effective, but not to the level that I want. But the water-soluble compound, this is going to be like 100% absorbed. That means the benefits they're going to be great. I think both compounds of CBD and curcumin are awesome because both fight inflammation. So combining both products is going to be excellent. At the present time, Bioreigns are the most effective products that I've been using.
One of the most important things when we're looking at medications is crossing the blood-brain barrier. And why is that? Well, especially when we're talking about neuroinflammation. Neuroinflammation, or inflammation in general, we know is a cause of over 90% of diseases. So if a medication isn't penetrating the blood-brain barrier, or if we have to give large doses in order for it to penetrate, there's always going to be side effects, or the opposite, it's not going to work. So it's very important for it to cross the blood-brain barrier, especially if we're talking about neuroinflammation. When it comes down to these receptors in our brain, we talk about the CB1 and CB2 receptor. Well, some of those receptors are only in the brain. And if we can't get to the brain, in reality, or in vitro, CBD may work, but in vivo, meaning in reality, it won't. So crossing the blood-brain barrier is essential for many of these things that we're trying to treat, such that involve neuroinflammation. So my opinion with large doses of CBD, which can cause suppression of the endocannabinoid system, is something that we have to be careful with. And unfortunately, that's due to products being oil-based. It makes it very difficult to get the efficacy standard, right? So it's very important to start at a low dose. And not only is it important to start at a low dose, but to have a product that we can make consistent in its dosing. And that's where we're at right now in science. What are these consistent dosings of CBD? By making it a water-based product, it allows us to not saturate these receptors in the endocannabinoid system, therefore not only making it therapeutic, but using the minimal amount that's needed. So there are recent clinical trials with EEGs, which is a measurement of brain activity or how the medication crosses the blood-brain barrier, that are being investigated with oil-based products versus the water-based products. Unfortunately, the oil-based products were not shown to cross the blood-brain barrier. Now again, this can depend on the product or as well as the dosing. So that makes it very difficult. Now these are preliminary studies, but that makes it very difficult to say, hey, in reality, this oil-based CBD works for neuroinflammation. Again, the data is showing that the water-based product did cross the blood-brain barrier. And again, we measure this with the neuroactivity, which is promising for the improvement of CBD. Again, it's not so much that CBD is not good, but it's about making it better. Advancements, technology. Preliminary studies that were shown to me with the EEG studies showing that the CBD water crossed the blood-brain barrier within 5 minutes shows me that, again, this is bioavailable. It also shows me that if I'm trying to treat certain disorders, again, with neuroinflammation, that this is the type of product that we want to use. One that, again, will cross the blood-brain barrier, again, affecting those CB1, CB2 receptors, wherever they may be. Specifically in the brain, we need to pass that barrier. So that EEG study was important. And I think most companies should be put to that level, to that scrutiny, to say, hey, is this really doing what it says it does? There are side effects with CBD oil, and that should be known to patients. Unfortunately, it's readily available at gas stations and some other places, and oil-based products can have certain effects. So the Bioreigns products have been the most effective in terms of the supplements that I've seen with my patients. I'm a physician that doesn't push a certain product, so I like patients to try other things out. And for my feedback of patients, they've said, wow, not only does this work, but it's also easy to use. Again, one of the things that I like to do with my patients is mix it in their water and just drink it throughout the day to get that steady dose. So in terms of comparing other products, in my experience, it has been very effective and most effective when compared to other CBD products.
So now that you've had the opportunity to listen to the Dr. Batistas as they share their experience and their science background about this water-dissolvable CBD complex, you can use it. If you go to the link in my bio and you click on Support Your ECS, it'll take you directly to the page where you can not only look at the product, but where you can order it as well. Every single person has a total of 60 days to use the product completely risk-free. So what I always recommend for people is when you begin using this line, always, always, always keep a journal, document every single day. For example, you don't have to write a whole page, but if you can keep some tabs on your journey with using this as you integrate it into your body on a daily, consistent basis, you'll be able to have an awesome log of how your body has acclimated and transitioned when using this water-dissolvable CBD complex. So thank you so much for listening, and I'm so happy that you guys have access to this information. Please don't hesitate to reach out if you have questions. And also, if there's somebody that you feel that can massively benefit from this, don't hesitate to share this with them. You can either tag them in the comments or simply just share this post with them, because the more people that we have the ability to help, the faster we can help other people restore their health from the inside out.